Hey y'all. Whew. Catch my breath. Just out. First nice sunny day we've had in a while. Atmospheric river is blown by. Waiting for the second round to come through. And it's nice. Nice to see the sun, blue skies. Hey, something's been weighing on my mind. And want to talk to you about it. This Daniel Penny case in Washington, or not Washington, but New York. What you're seeing is a result of a systemic problem that has been perpetuated even since my kids were young and beyond. And that is people in charge, including the government, have come up with this stupid concept that you don't have the right to defend yourself. And, even when my kids were in school, if they got in a fight and they didn't start it, but they just defended themselves, protect themselves, or protected somebody else who was being bullied and attacked, they ran the risk of being expelled. And that's because of all these gutless, worthless administrators and teachers that have no ethics or values or principles. So they basically turned your kids into a bunch of candy-ass pansies. So, it goes back in my day, we didn't have major mass shootings. There was crime, there was shootings and stuff. I'm not dismissing any of that. But we didn't have kids packing guns to school to fight and assassinate randomly classmates in their class, innocent or guilty of whatever bullying atrocities they felt. It just didn't happen, at least not in my neck of the woods or anywhere else that I'm aware of. So the way we dealt with it as kids is, you're on the playground, you establish a pecking order. You're always going to have a dominant kid and middle kids and kids at the bottom of the pecking order. That's just the way it is in life in every species of animal that walks this earth, including people. We're no exception. If you were getting picked on and you were spending your time running away, your dad taught you to fight, taught you to defend yourselves. But he also taught you ethical values and moral responsibilities, that you didn't go out and start those fights. But if you had to defend yourself or you had to defend somebody else who was being picked on, you did what you needed to do, and then you stopped. You didn't, kill those people, kill that bully or whatever. And very often you became friends with that person who was picking on you because they learned to respect you, even if it's just a little bit, or even if they didn't respect you, they learned to respect you enough to know that they didn't want to get a busted nose or a black eye or fat lip, and they ran that risk. So it balanced out the pecking order, the level of power. So, parents today, you need to ask yourself, is a bloody nose or a black eye today worth the price of preventing a mass shooting in a school tomorrow? Ask yourself that question. It's an important question. So as the years have gone by, society has pretty much turned belly up and want to blame the defenders, the protectors of the people, the protectors of the innocent, people who, even if you're an EMT or a paramedic, you can get sued for saving somebody's life if they have a heart attack and you resuscitate them and you break their ribs doing CPR on them. They can turn around and sue you. That's how stupid it's become. The Good Samaritan law has gone out the window. But so you have a case like Daniel Penny. Here a man stopped a man who was saying he was going to kill people, innocent people, people that had nothing to do with him, on the train. And the leftists and the media are trying to say, well, the one question that nobody asked was, can I help you? What's wrong? Do you need food? Do you need something? At that point, that question is irrelevant. They've made their choice to go on that train and attack innocent people. What Daniel Penny did was perfectly acceptable. And the guy died in officer's custody. Daniel Penny did not put a chokehold on it like all these news medias and stupid, whether you're a right or left news media, I don't care if you're Fox News or CNN, you're both using the same terminology, which is bullshit. He did not put a chokehold on that person. He restrained that person. Yeah, he had an arm bar across him, but he was not being choked in any way. So use the right terminology, Fox News, say it correctly. Because when you say it wrong, you perpetuate what the stupid left is saying, that Daniel Penny killed this guy, when he did not. And everybody knows he did not. You got these scumbag attorneys and district attorneys in New York trying to prosecute a man who did the right thing. It's bullshit. So that was on my mind today. You get people like on The View, I'm not going to mention names, but they'll know who they are, who said the problem in our schools is they're not being taught what fake news is. That's not the problem in our schools. We don't need to teach children what is real news and fake news. We need to teach children how to read and write and handle finances, know their history, and we need to teach them basic ethical and moral values, so they know how to decide and they know how to interact with their classmates. We don't need them brainwashed as to what is real news and what is fake news. You teach them basic ethical and moral value, then they can decide for themselves what's real or fake. They don't need to be brainwashed by the system. Because when you get brainwashed by the system, you end up with a system like what we're dealing with now with Daniel Penny in New York. Get a bunch of gutless, impotent, spineless district attorneys and prosecutors that want to prosecute a man who saved the lives, possibly saved the lives, of a bunch of people on that train. So, y'all in New York, you're full of crap trying to prosecute Daniel Penny. He's an innocent man, and he deserves whatever medal they give to civilians, because as far as I know, he wasn't in active combat, so he doesn't deserve a medal as far as a military man, but he deserves a medal as a civilian, because he did the right thing. And that's kind of what I have to say about it. This video could go on, but I don't want to make it too long. But hey, teach kids basic moral and ethical values. Teach them how to love each other and respect each other. And when all else fails, teach kids how to punch somebody in the face when everything else goes wrong and they have to defend themselves. Teach them how to fight. Because, there's a saying with the 2A people, an armed society is a polite society. Well, guess what? A child who can defend himself and defend others, bullies are not going to bully that child. And bullies are not going to bully the people that hang with that child. So, hey, make that decision. A bloody nose and a black eye today, or a mass shooting tomorrow. That's what you parents have to decide. Quit coddling your kids. Let them run and play. Let them scuff their knees up and fall down. And if they get in arguments, let them work it out themselves. It's important. It's important for their growth. It's important for the future. And if it gets too far out of hand, then you step in and be a parent. But kids need to figure things out on their own. Because today's society, parents, teachers, social workers are not teaching our children how to be good men and women, not creating responsible adults. And that needs to stop. All right, George Williams Sr., my 2 cents on the subject. I got to get back splitting firewood. Oh, you guys take care.